Once an English teacher, I suppose you're always an English teacher. But I find that words matter. And sometimes the words we use just aren't quite what we meant to say, or people may tend to jump to one definition of a word when we actually meant something entirely different if it's taken out of context. And I find that to be true with such words as minimalism or essentialism. Both of these are words I've used to try to describe my current lifestyle. And I've used them to explain why I've made certain decisions about how I'm living in my own home. And even though I will continue to use these words because, to be honest, they're the words that are most recognized in today's society, and especially in YouTube search terms, I'm not sure they are exactly the words that I should be using. Let me explain. I'm of a certain generation that remembers growing up with just 3 channels on the television. Programming was easy to follow. We all knew when the Ed Sullivan Show was coming on. We knew when to tune in to watch the Lucille Ball Show. Later, it was All in the Family and Hee Haw and Maude, and of course, the news. And if you missed it, well, you just missed it. Maybe you would see a rerun of that episode 6 months later, once. And if you missed that, well, you're just slap out of luck. And when cable came along, we all thought it would be the savior of our television watching hours, because now we have over 300 channels at our disposal. 150 of them are just for sport. 17 different movie channels, and we could watch Law and Order for 12 hours straight in an almost daily marathon, which I typically do. And yet, many of us spend more time surfing channels to decide what to watch than we do actually watching anything. In fact, many times after searching for over 30 minutes, we just turn the television off because there is nothing on. In many ways, life was just easier when we had less. Minimalism at its core is about reducing the number of possessions and commitments in our lives. It's a process of intentionally paring down to create more space, both physically and mentally. And the appeal is undeniable. Who wouldn't want less stress? Who wouldn't want more time? Who wouldn't want greater financial freedom? And the minimalist movement has given rise to dramatic before and after transformations, capsule wardrobes, and pristine, sparsely decorated homes. It's a visually striking concept that promises a life free from the burdens of excess. But minimalism isn't without its drawbacks, and we've touched on that in a previous video on the dark side of minimalism. The pursuit of owning less can sometimes become an obsession in itself, leading to a different kind of stress, the stress of always finding more stuff to be rid of. And the pressure to conform to a specific aesthetic or to constantly evaluate possessions can in itself be overwhelming. And in addition, minimalism often focuses heavily on physical possessions, potentially overlooking other important aspects of a fulfilling life. It's possible to own very few things and still lead a complicated, stressful existence. And likewise, it's possible to not be a minimalist and still find yourself very happy in life. Words, I suppose, only matter up to a point. We can use the term minimalism to mean a lot of different things. And as I have said in a previous video, essentialism is another way of looking at the same problem, but finding slightly different solutions. And so I'm left wondering if just saying I'm a minimalist is the right word. I don't have a minimalist aesthetic in my apartment, even though I have rid myself of thousands of unused or unwanted items at this point. No, I think minimalism, while the word I still use because I can't really think of another one, doesn't quite get to what I want out of life. And what is it that I truly want? I want simplicity. While minimalism is often associated with reduction, simplicity is about finding the right balance and focusing on what truly matters. Simplicity extends beyond physical possessions to encompass our thoughts, our relationships, and our overall lifestyle. Simplicity allows for more personalization and doesn't adhere to strict rules or aesthetics. And while minimalism often emphasizes doing more with less, simplicity is about making things easier and more manageable. Minimalism can sometimes be viewed as austere or cold, but simplicity is often associated with calm and inviting environments. Embracing simplicity can lead to profound changes in various aspects of our lives. Simplicity encourages us to declutter not just our physical spaces, but also our minds. By reducing mental noise and focusing on what's truly important, we can achieve greater clarity and peace of mind. When we simplify our lives, we create more mental space to make thoughtful decisions. And this can lead to better choices in our personal and professional lives. Simplicity allows us to focus on nurturing meaningful connections rather than getting caught up in social obligations or superficial interactions. By simplifying our lives, we often gain a greater appreciation for what we have. And this shift in perspective can lead to increased happiness and contentment. Simplicity helps us prioritize our time and our energy, leading to more productive and fulfilling days. Embracing simplicity doesn't require a radical lifestyle overhaul. And here are some practical steps to incorporate simplicity into your life, whether you're a minimalist or not. Take time to reflect on what truly matters to you. This will help you guide your decisions and your actions. And instead of focusing solely on reducing possessions, consider how each item or every commitment aligns with your values and priorities. Learn to say no to commitments that don't align with your goals or that don't bring you joy. Establish simple daily routines to reduce decision fatigue and create a sense of calm. And incorporate mindfulness techniques to stay present and reduce mental clutter. Reduce your screen time. Unsubscribe from unnecessary emails and curate your social media feeds. Regularly practice gratitude to shift your focus from what you lack to what you have. And while simplicity offers a more holistic approach to improving our lives, it doesn't mean we should completely discard the principles of minimalism. In fact, the two concepts can work together in harmony. Minimalism can be a useful tool within the broader framework of simplicity. For example, decluttering our physical spaces, which is a minimalist practice, can contribute to a simpler, more peaceful environment. The key is to use minimalist techniques in service of simplicity rather than just an end in themselves. And one of the most liberating aspects of choosing simplicity over a strict minimalism is the acceptance of imperfection. Life is messy, it's complex, and it's often extremely unpredictable. Simplicity acknowledges this reality while providing tools to navigate it more effectively. And unlike the sometimes rigid standards of minimalism, simplicity allows for flexibility and growth. It's not about achieving a perfect, Instagram-worthy lifestyle, but creating a life that feels authentic and manageable to you. Much like minimalism on its own, Embracing simplicity is a journey. It's not a destination. It's about continually reassessing our choices and making adjustments as our lives and our priorities evolve. This ongoing process of refinement allows for personal growth and adaptation to changing circumstances. And as we navigate this journey, it's important to remember that simplicity looks different for everyone. What feels simple and manageable for one person might be stressful or inadequate for another. The beauty of simplicity lies in its adaptability to individual needs and preferences. And while minimalism has its merits, simplicity offers a more comprehensive and sustainable approach to improving our lives. By focusing on what truly matters, by reducing complexity and embracing flexibility, we can create lives that are not just less cluttered, but also more meaningful and more fulfilling. And the next time you feel overwhelmed by the pressures of modern life or the strictures of minimalism, consider embracing simplicity instead. It might just be the answer you've been looking for, a path to a life that's not just minimal, but rich in what matters most. Remember that the goal isn't to live with less for the sake of it, but to create space for more of what truly enriches our lives. As Joshua Becker wisely put it, minimalism is removing the distraction of excess possessions so I can focus more on the things that matter most. Simplicity takes this concept further, applying it not to just our possessions, but to every aspect of our lives. And in the end, whether you call it minimalism, essentialism, simplicity, or something else entirely, what matters most is the positive impact it has on your life. And as we navigate in an increasingly complex world, the pursuit of simplicity might just be the key to finding balance, commitment, and true fulfillment. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.